Robert De Niro once said, "I've always told actors when they go to an audition, don't be afraid to do what your instincts tell you. You may not get the part, but people will notice." I like to tell newcomers this because maybe, yes, you won't get the part that you want in this one, but maybe the next one. Today, I'm going to give you 4 tips to make your next audition, successful. Read the information you're provided with, have the right materials, know the show you're auditioning for, and practice. I have been in over 30 shows and I have had countless auditions, so I know whether to spot a good audition or a bad audition. Okay, so I'm just going to get right to tip number 1. Read the information you're provided with. Some theaters will send out an audition notice. This will have all the materials you need to know for that audition date. It will have the audition times, the dates, where it's at, what you need to bring, and what is expected of you on the audition day. And then the theater website is a good source of information to find any other miscellaneous stuff like future auditions and anything like that. Tip number 2 is have the right materials. Some directors like to just have cold reads from the script, which is exactly what I just said. You just read from the script by yourself or with another person. Sometimes they make you read a monologue, which is a smaller work from a larger body, like a play or a one-act or a musical of that sort. And I'm going to give you a little tip. You don't want to mix genres. You don't want to audition with a horror monologue when you're auditioning for a comedy. So try to maintain like genres when you're choosing a monologue. Where can I find a monologue? You might be asking yourself. Well, the internet and your local library is a great source to find monologues. If you're auditioning for a musical, you're probably going to have to sing. Now, like with the monologues, you're going to want to maintain a like genre system. Say if you're doing the musical Rent, you're going to want to audition with a song from, say, Next to Normal or Rocky Horror Picture Show or Jesus Christ Superstar. And you don't want to do something from The Sound of Music or South Pacific or anything like that. Now, let's say if you're auditioning for South Pacific, you're going to want to do a show that is from a Roger and Hammerstein genre or a Rodgers and Hart, like Pal Joey or The Sound of Music. You don't want to do a song, let's say, from Wicked or Avenue Q. I don't know how many times I have went into an audition and somebody has sang Defying Gravity when the show was The Sound of Music. And what to wear is the next thing. You want to wear something casual, kind of like what I'm wearing today. Or you would want to wear something like dress wear. You don't want to get too overloaded with this because you want the directors to recognize you for what you have sung or read and not what you've worn that day. Now 3, know the show you're auditioning for. You can research this on the publication website of the show. It'll give you, if it's a musical, it's going to give you vocal ranges, and it's going to give you character descriptions and the synopsis of the show, which from there you can find out the time period of the show or the country that it takes place in, and among other things. And it should have song samples and all of that on there. Okay, tip number 4, and it's probably the most important tip I'm going to give you today. You need to practice, practice, practice. This could make or break your audition. You're going to want to practice your song more than 3 times and your monologue the same way. When you're doing a show that you're doing a co-reading from, all I suggest to you is to go on YouTube and watch clips from that show, and that should get you heading in the right direction for practicing. I don't know how many times stage fright has got the best of me in an audition, so I'm going to recommend to you that you do meditation or vocal or physical exercises to get all of those jitters out of your body. And stage fright has destroyed many auditions that I've seen. So it's a very important step to do this so you don't hurt your audition. Well, now, in conclusion, it really does go back to say what Robert De Niro said. Sure, you may not get the part that you want. You might get another part. Do it for the fun and that show and the people around you. I hope that you're more aware of the audition process and feel less afraid to audition. Remember to read the information you're provided with, have the right materials, know the show you are auditioning for, and practice. Thank you. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.